Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Yolanda Hayes. Welcome and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. So today's video is going to be about how I prepare my home buyers to get into the mindset of transitioning from renting over to being a homeowner. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you continue watching this video. So just to go ahead and jump into this video, first of all, again, I am a realtor and I am in the state of North Carolina. I primarily service the Winston-Salem market as well as High Point, Lexington, and I do Charlotte market by referral. So make sure you guys, if you're in this area and you need a realtor, make sure you give me a call. My contact information will be down in the description box below. So I wanted to go ahead and just jump into this video of how I prepare my clients that contact me, just preparing their mindset to get them ready. Some people contact me, have never purchased a home. I do get people who are have a home already. They already had their first home and they're transitioning over into upgrading to a larger home or their second home. So no matter what stage you're in, whether you are a first-time home buyer or a second-time home buyer, pretty much whatever you knew during the first time you bought is old information. Every year things are changing, every year processes are changing, and every year contracts are changing. So even if you have purchased a home before in the past, it's always good to make sure you have a buyer consultation because, like I said, a lot has changed. So just jumping into it, first, I want to go ahead and let everybody know, for the people who this is your first time purchasing a home, transitioning from being a renter over to owning a home, it is definitely a mindset switch. So that's something that you have to, kind of have in your mind that, number one, when you are a homeowner, you are the one who take care of the repairs. You don't have a maintenance or a rental office that you can call to tell them that something is leaking in the home or if it needs painted or anything like that. So that is something to think of. Also, when you are a renter, whether you're renting a home, a private home, or you are in an apartment, most times they will have a line company coming in to take care of the line for you. Well, when you are actually the homeowner, you take care of the line or you pay a line company to take care of it. But that may sound scary for some people of just hearing, oh my God, I don't want to have to take care of repairs. Oh my God, I don't want to, have to take care of the yard. But guess what, y'all? It's yours. It's yours. You have to look at it in that type of mindset that I'll never forget when I bought my first home. I mean, my stepfather had bought me my lawnmower and my weed eater and things like that. But I'm like, okay, I really didn't know how to use a weed eater, but I had to figure it out. But all I know is me pushing my lawnmower up and down my yard. I felt great. It was just an overwhelming amount of joy that I was cutting my own grass. So that's how you have to think of it. It may sound scary, but you have to put things in place to prepare for that. Have a savings account put aside specifically for emergencies or home repairs. So as long as you make sure that you are prepared mentally and prepared financially, you will be just fine. So the next thing that I want to mention is making sure that you have your finances in place. So making sure that you are analyzing your finances and having your mindset that you will have to pay some money out of pocket, such as your down payment, closing costs, and all the upfront costs, such as due diligence, your due diligence money, your home inspections, your earnest money deposit. I actually have another video and I'm going to link it up in the cards above so that you guys can know exactly what your upfront cost in this area is going to be. So again, I am in the state of North Carolina. If you are watching this video and you are not in North Carolina, please do not assume that I cannot help you, okay? I will talk about that in the end, but don't assume that I can't help you just because I'm in the state of North Carolina. But so as far as, I have a little note here. I just wrote some things down just to make sure that you are prepared for your down payment, your closing costs, and things like that. So my rule of thumb, other realtors may say something different, but my rule of thumb is that you have at least 8% of the total cost of the home. So with 8% being the percentage of the home, I'm just going to use a property that's $200,000. At $200,000 times 8%, that equals $16,000. Now, you may not need all of that. That is just my rule of thumb, because I would rather for you to actually be over prepared than not prepared at all. So I always make sure that my clients have enough money saved up for everything, and if they have money left over, then they can use that towards moving expenses. Now, again, that's something that may scare you as well, but you have to look at the fact that you could be qualified for down payment assistance. Just because I'm telling you now that's about the total $16,000 is very scary, but there's down payment assistance programs. There's USDA loans. USDA loans are 0% down. You also can possibly get with a credit union, such as the State Employee Credit Union. They offer a 0% down. So that kind of clears half of that money in half if you do a 0% down. If you do an FHA loan, it's 3.5%, which is included in that. But again, if you're able to get a 0 down loan, then that's half the battle. So the next thing that I do is go ahead and partner you up with my loan officer. Yes, I have a team. I have a team of professionals that I refer all of my clients to. It's completely up to you. If you want to hire your own loan officer separate from the people that I personally work with, that's perfectly fine. However, I know that my team has experience. Actually, my loan officer has been in the business longer than I have. So my loan officer has been in the business probably about 17 years, and I'm 14 years in this business. So I make sure that I connect my buyers with someone who is very professional and has proven that they are competent, and they make sure that they get the job done and is very, very people friendly, that can treat my clients, whether my client is $1 million client or whether my client is a $200,000 client. I know that my team will treat them with the most utmost respect. Okay, so make sure that you go ahead and get prepared for your mortgage. It's okay for you to dream and look at Zillow and look at Trulia, just looking at houses online. That's great. But if you do not know where you stand on your credit or where you stand on your debt to income ratio, that is going to be a problem. I want you guys to make sure that you are already mentally prepared to go into this knowing that your W-2s are going to be needed. Your tax returns, 2 years of tax returns are needed. Your pay stubs are needed. And you want to go ahead and look at your credit score beforehand. Look at your credit score. If it's under 600, we need to work on that. That's something that you have to go ahead and know up front before you really start doing all the dreaming and hoping and wishing for a house. Get your finances in order, because you have to have finances in order to purchase. So the difference between being pre-approved and actually being approved is very important. When I connect you with a loan officer, I am very clear up front that my loan officer is going to ask you for this to this. So they want everything but your firstborn child, okay? So they want to know everything. And that's the reason is because you can't lie about your finances, okay? That's what happened when the market crashed back in 06, 07, 08. That's what happened then, because people were lying on the loan application. So now it is a thorough and intense pre-approval process. So what you want to do, what I explain to my clients is, don't lie, don't embellish, okay? Again, don't lie, don't embellish your income, because they are going to find out. When they pull your W-2s, when they ask you for your bank statements, and when they ask you for your pay stubs, they're going to know how much you really make. So that is what pre-approved is. Don't lie about your employment or anything like that, because they are going to verify your employment. So I tell my clients to be as honest as possible on the loan application because you are not physically approved until they actually do the research and investigation on what you told them. So they're going to take your word up front. So you fill out the application. They're going to take your word up front and give you actually a pre-approval letter. That is your like golden goose, your ticket, whatever you want to say. You have to, I'm gonna use this as an example. They're going to give you a pre-approval letter. This is what you need in order to start shopping for homes. Okay, in this market, you need a pre-approval letter in order to start shopping for homes. So the bank, they're going to give you a letter and say, based on the information that you gave us on the actual application, this is what we're going to loan you. This is the amount we are willing to loan you. So after you get under contract, they're going to start contacting your employer, and they're going to be verifying all your income, verifying your debt that's on your credit report. So everything that is on your credit report will be accounted for as part of your debt to income ratio. So make sure that on the loan application, you are very honest and truthful about what you have as far as your debts. So in this market right now, y'all, it has gotten so crazy out here. I have right now at this very moment, I do have 7 buyers, and I have 2 listings that are about to hit the market by the end of this month. The market is crazy. It is still a seller's market. A lot of people are like, I'll just wait until the market dies down. I'll just wait. I'm not going to buy a house right now. I'll just wait. Well, we don't know how long this buyer's market is going, the seller's market is going to continue. So right now, with the interest rates being as low as they are, a lot of people are still buying. So what I want to say is, from the time you get your pre-approval letter, we need to go ahead and start shopping for homes and going out in the field. Once we get out in the field, I want my buyers at least to be mentally prepared to fight. There are 10, let's just say there are way more buyers, okay? 10 times the amount of buyers than they are homes. So in this area, Winston-Salem, High Point, Greensboro, the whole triad area, Lexington, right now, if a house hits the market, okay, it doesn't even matter if it's I literally have clients that are in the $500,000 range. I actually just got another one under contract, and that list price was $559,900. So even this family, we're fighting for homes. So if that higher price range is fighting for homes, you know the lower end, 200,000 and below, are fighting for homes. So if you're in that price point of under 200,000, I'm just going to be honest with you. You're going to be going up against like 30, 40 other buyers, especially if it's a home that's in in demand. That's the phrase I'm looking for, in demand area. So you have to be mentally prepared. If you are pre-approved, so say for instance, your letter is pre-approved for $180,000, I strongly recommend that the homes that you look at are under $160 or right in that $160 range, because you may have to offer $10,000 more, and you have to have that cushion between $160 and $180 so that you have room to negotiate. If you have a pre-approval letter for $180, do not look at homes for $180, because any homes that is listed right now for $180, they are going over the asking price, and you won't have any way to negotiate. So make sure, if you are looking in this market, that you are looking for homes that are at least $15,000 to $20,000 under your pre-approval amount. So once we actually find the home and go under contract, the seller has a couple of options for you. They can either accept your offer, they can counter your offer and, let you know, hey, we agree with some of your terms, but here's some other terms we would like for you to consider. So that is a counter offer. Or if you have just kind of, you know, insulted them, maybe you gave them a very, very low offer. You may have insulted the seller, and they can completely reject your offer. So those are the things that you want to think about right now in this market. It's best to make sure you put your best foot forward, because homes are gone. Like, homes are gone. And I know when I'm representing the seller, my homes, the homes that I list and I'm representing, they're gone within the first 3 days, okay? And it's not always about the highest bid wins. So always remember that. It's not always about the highest amount. There's other terms in the contract that you have to think about. If you have a good realtor, your realtor will reach out to the seller's agent and dig a little bit, ask some questions. What's important to your client? That's me. I'm calling. I'm calling the agent. What is it that your seller want? What are they looking for? Do they need to move out quickly? That means the terms has to be a move out date. The earnest money deposit, is that important? Is the due diligence? Usually in this market, the due diligence money is more important than the earnest money. So remember that. The seller receives the due diligence. Okay, the seller receives the due diligence. The earnest money is held in escrow by your attorney. So the due diligence is very important too. They don't really care about the earnest money. They care about what they're getting in their pockets if you were to walk away. So you want to make sure that you have a good realtor that knows how to negotiate and that is not scared to reach out to the seller's agent and get a little bit more information, instead of just assuming that the terms in the contract is what's going to win the deal. So it could be a closing date. It could be the due diligence period. You cannot look at just the dollar amount. It could be a whole nother reason. Maybe this family is relocating to another state and they need a quick close. That is something that you should know. That's something that you should know, and your realtor should be finding out. Again, I am accepting new clients right now in this area. So, so to end this, that's all I have right now. But to end this, let me just look over my notes. Okay, so yes, to end this video, the last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I do now have a Facebook group. I just started this Facebook group just last month, so it's not really a large community, but it is called the Home Buyers Clubhouse. So make sure you guys head over to the Home Buyers Clubhouse on Facebook, and I will definitely give all the information that I need over there. It is basically a support group for buyers only, not realtors. I am so sorry. I am the only realtor in the group. What it is home buyers are talking to each other. They're sharing their goals. They're sharing their progress and their steps, their struggles. So they are communicating with each other. I do jump in from time to time to answer some questions. I come on live. I do a live chat group. We have been meeting every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So make sure you guys come on in. I did miss the last 2 Tuesdays only because we don't have enough people in the group. So it's been kind of repetitive because the same people were coming every Tuesday and they are already getting the same information. So we do need some new faces and some new bodies in the group. I will go ahead and leave the link down in the description box below. So make sure you guys come on in and join us on Clubhouse. And not on Clubhouse, but it's called Facebook. It's the Facebook Home Buyers Clubhouse, okay? So Facebook Home Buyers Clubhouse. And again, I will leave that down in the description box below. So again, I wanted to talk about the fact, and I know I mentioned earlier in the video that I wanted to talk about if you are not in this area. If you are not in the state of North Carolina or within my service areas, I can still help you. I have a whole database. I have been in the business 14 years, and I decided that I wanted to build relationships with other realtors outside of the state of North Carolina. So I, over the years, have continued to build a database of other realtors in other cities and states So pretty much I have a connection with realtors in pretty much every city and state, and we actually meet on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group. It's just realtors, and we basically refer each other business. So it's kind of like you have two realtors. You have me on the front end. I'm going to talk to you about your finances, your credit, and things like that. And then I will go ahead and pass you on to a realtor in your area, in your local area. So just because I am not there with you, I can start off on the beginning, the front of it, and then refer you to someone in your local area and connect you with someone that I have already pre-screened. I have already vetted them, and I know all about what they're doing, their strengths, and I make sure that they are professional. So I've done everything for you up front as far as knowing if this is a good realtor or not. So I can still help you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It has been difficult, just growing my channel, but I think, with this whole coronavirus situation going on, I am going to make sure that I stay in the home a lot more and make sure that I am utilizing social media to communicate with you guys, because y'all, there has been so many people that I know that's gotten the coronavirus, and I just need to stay home. I just need to stay home. If there's no need for me to go out, I'm going to be in here educating via, social media. Make sure you're on my Instagram as well, because I am going to start going live a lot more there as well. So thank you guys so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.